Hello everyone and welcome to week number 6. This week will be full of interesting topics, and even though they may seem a little strange, they are something that will be very important to you. This week we will be focusing on computers, which is going to relate to a few different chapters. So we're not only looking at computers in the medical office, but also how do we manage medical records. So that's going to be chapters 7, 12, and 13 for this week. So for this day 1 video, I'm going to focus on chapter 12. So we're going to start in the middle this week. So chapter 12 is dealing with computers in the medical office. Computers play a very important role in the medical office, from diagnosing patients, monitoring patients, and reporting patient progress. Computers help to enhance the quality of care through the data collection, and it helps to eliminate duplicate work. It also helps to decrease errors in documentation and misreading provider documentations. Computers are also very valuable because they help to eliminate errors in time-consuming tasks, such as scheduling appointments. So instead of having to flip through a book to find an open appointment, it's right there at your fingertips. It helps with charting. It makes it so we can chart right there on the spot without having to take time away from seeing our patients. It helps with the billing aspect and processing insurance for patients. Now, in order for us as medical assistants to be successful in both the clinical and administrative areas, we need to be familiar with computers, their parts, and how they're used. So let's take a closer look. So to begin this, we have to have a basic understanding of computers. Now, some of you may be very tech savvy and know all about computers, but for some of us, like myself, this is not something that we're very up to date on. So please be patient. If you know about this, kind of take back some of that information and let some of your classmates get some of the bigger ones. So computers are made up of 3 components. They are made up of hardware, software, and storage or security. So we're going to look at each of those parts in a little bit more depth to help you get a better understanding. So we're going to start with hardware. Now, hardware refers to the CPU, or the Central Processing Unit. The CPU is essentially the traffic controller of all of the computer activities. Another way to think of your CPU in a computer is like the brain in your body. Your brain is the traffic controller and the person who gets to make all the decisions for your body. The CPU is the same thing for a computer. The hardware consists of input and output devices. Some input devices could be things such as keyboards, mouse, touchscreen, microphones, scanners, and cameras. Those are all things that we have to put into the computer or plug into the computer to help make things work better. Some output devices are things such as the monitor or printer. They are things that will push out or put out information so that way we can visibly either see it, hold it, or feel it. Next, we have our software. So software is essentially the instruction manual that allows your computer to do its functions. It's also called your operating system. For computers, it helps them to run. So for example, think about your iPhones. They have that iOS system. That is essentially your software device for your phone. For computers, it could be things such as Windows, Mac OS, or Unix. Computers can also have application software. The most common type of application software is called general purpose. And one of the ones that falls under that general purpose application is Microsoft Office. So think about this. In Microsoft Office, you have Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access, Microsoft PowerPoint, and Microsoft Publisher. All of those are application softwares that help you to do a job better. Then you can also have things like Skype, which is a way for you to connect with somebody who's not in the same room or even the same building with you. You can connect with them virtually through that application software. And the last piece, that's storage or security. So safety on computers includes that we do regular maintenance, we do regular password updates, make sure we have antivirus protection, and we are compliant with HIPAA. When we talk about HIPAA compliance, it's really essential for medical assistants to understand that other patients should not be able to see other computerized records. When we think about computers and HIPAA, HIPAA created and developed what we call a security rule that provides nation standards for protecting electronic protected health information, or electronic PHI. With this security rule came some safeguards, and there are 3 safeguards that we have to look at. We have to look at administrative safeguards, physical safeguards, and technological safeguards. Some of the administrative safeguards are designating what we call a privacy officer to conduct training programs about protecting PHI and having backup or recovery plans in case of emergencies or during a power outage. The physical safeguards are to be able to prevent unauthorized persons from physically accessing the data. So things such as putting in passwords, not leaving those passwords where others can see them, typically updating the passwords every 60 days, and making sure that you are turning your computer screens away from public areas where information could not accidentally be seen. Then the technical safeguards are electronic protections to help prevent unauthorized access over a network. So most of the time that is working within what we call your intranet. That's where we tell you not to access things such as Facebook or Instagram or personal emails at work, because those could bring in viruses that will allow somebody to hack into the system and be able to see things that they're not supposed to, such as patient protected information. Alright guys, so that's kind of an easy breakdown for computers. If you just remember that it is composed of the hardware, software, and storage, you'll be set and good to go. This week we will be focusing on computers on day 1, as well as fax machines and copiers. So please make sure that you come prepared, ready to learn about those things, and you have read chapter 12. Alright, so that's all I have for you. I look forward to seeing everyone on day 1 of week number 6. Bye everyone.